Okay, so now I'm gonna do section C. So before you do anything, you have to check your lights first, okay? After you check your lights, you get off the truck and then you're gonna start with section C. So with section C, you're gonna check your lines in the fifth wheel and the whole trailer, okay? So first I'm gonna check the air lines one by one. So first I'm gonna check the red one. This is my emergency line. It should be properly secured to the connector right here in the tractor. So make sure the connector is not cracked or leaking any air. Should be properly secure. And then I'm gonna check the line itself, the red one. To make sure the line, it has no bubbles, no cuts, and no leaks on the line. Make sure the line is properly secure with the glide hand on the trailer. You check the glide hand, make sure it's properly secure, not missing out 2 bolts. Inside they have a seal. So make sure the seal, it has no cuts or frays, so it's not leaking any air. Should be properly secure. And then I'm gonna check the service line. It's the blue one. Just repeat the same thing again, okay? It's secured to another connector on the tractor. So make sure the connector is not cracked or it's not leaking any air. Should be properly secure. And then I'm gonna check the line itself, the blue one, to make sure it has no bubbles, no cuts, and no leaks on the line. Should be properly secured to another glide hand on the trailer. Same thing, make sure my glide hand is properly secured. And make sure it's not missing out 2 bolts, should be properly secure. And inside I have another seal. So make sure the seal, again, no cuts, no tears, not leaking any air. Should be properly secured to the trailer. After that, I'm gonna check the green one, that's my electrical wire. It's properly secured to a pigtail on the tractor. So make sure the pigtail tractor is properly secure, not missing out 2 bolts right here. And it's secure with the cap. And then I'm gonna check the wire itself, the green one. Make sure that the wire has no cuts, no frays, no copper showing. Make sure the wire is properly secure with another pigtail to the trailer. Same thing, make sure my pigtail is properly secure, not missing out 2 bolts, and it's secure with the cap, okay? Make sure it's properly plugged in. And then at the end, you tell the instructor that all 3 lines, they should be properly secure with the hanger right here to the tractor, so they don't hit the catwalk. Make sure they're not tangle or pinch. They should be all properly secure in good condition, okay? All the lines. After that, I'm gonna go check the fifth wheel underneath. Okay, so first I'm gonna check the trailer apron, the top portion. This is the apron, okay? So first I'm gonna check the apron. Make sure the apron, it cannot have any cracks, no legal wells, no holes on it. Should be properly secure. And then on top of the fifth wheel, where you put the grease, that's the skid plate. So I'm gonna check my skid plate. It should be properly greased all the time. And there should be no space in between the apron and the skid plate. Should be properly secured to the apron. And then I'm gonna go inside the fifth wheel in the middle. Inside there, right there, I have a kingpin. So make sure my kingpin, it cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal wells. It has to be always straight. And then you have 2 locking jaws around it. So make sure both of my locking jaws, they're always locked around the kingpin. And they cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal wells, okay? Should be properly secure around the kingpin all the time. After that, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna check the fifth wheel itself. So this is the whole thing, the fifth wheel, okay? So make sure my fifth wheel, it cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal wells. They have a pin and 2 pins and 1 bolt right here. So make sure my fifth wheel pins and bolts are properly secure. Not missing any nuts or bolts, okay? They should be properly secure. And then I'm gonna check my sliding plate right here. You see what these little teeth are? This is the sliding plate. You can go back and forth. So make sure my sliding plate, it's always locked and secure. Not missing any bolts right there in the front. You see the little bolt? So make sure my bolt is properly secure all the time. Not missing any bolts, okay? After that, I'm gonna go to my fifth wheel mount right here. This is my fifth wheel mount. So make sure my fifth wheel mount is properly secured to the frame. Make sure it's not missing any nuts or bolts. They have no cracks, no legal wells. Make sure they're all properly secured to the frame. And then on the other side of the fifth wheel, you have a release handle. So you're gonna tell the instructor that the release handle, it has to be always locked and secure. Make sure it's not cracked, no bent, no legal wells. And this truck, it has no safety latch on it, okay? There's no safety latch on it. So it should be properly secure. And you should have enough space in between the landing gear and the frame to make turns and it doesn't hit it. After that, I'm gonna go to the trailer. So I'm gonna get out. So now I'm gonna come right here to the front. I'm gonna check the trailer first. Check the trailer. Make sure the whole trailer looks straight. Make sure there's no crack, no bent, no legal wells. And these lights right here in the front, these are marker lights. The front lights, the front ones, they're amber color, and the back ones, they're red in color, okay? So first I'm gonna check the front ones. Make sure they have no cracks, no covers missing. Make sure they're working properly secure. And then I'm gonna check the trailer boards on top of it, the floor. Make sure it's properly secure, clean. There's no holes, no bolts missing. Make sure they're properly secure, okay, all around the trailer. And then I'm gonna go on the side of the trailer. These are my winches. So make sure my winches are working properly secure around the trailer. Then I'm gonna check my DOT stickers. Look, the name is right here. DOT stickers, they should be clean and visible around the trailer. And then I'm gonna go to my hooks right here, my trailer hooks. So make sure my hooks, they cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal welds. They should be properly weathered to the frame, secure. Then I'm gonna go to my landing gear, my trailer landing gear. So first I'm gonna check the landing gear and make sure it's straight, not cracked, no bent, not missing out two bolts right here. You see they're properly secured to the frame. Make sure it's easy up and easy down. And these are my landing gear shoes right here. So make sure the shoes, they are flexible. Make sure they're not missing not two bolts, no pins missing. They should be properly secure, and they should be always up, okay? Secure, locked and secure. Then I'm gonna check my landing gear cross members. This bar and this one on this side over here. So make sure both of my cross members, make sure they're straight, not cracked, no bent, no legal welds, not missing any nut to bolts right here. They should be properly secure on both ends, okay? Both of them, secure. Then I'm gonna check underneath the trailer. All these bars, they're cross members too. They're trailer cross members. They cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal welds, not missing. They should be in good condition, all of them, okay? Then you can check the trailer frame too. It should be straight, no crack, no bent, no legal welds, no extra holes on the frame. Should be properly secure and in good condition, working properly. After that, I'm gonna go to the back axle. So the back axle, so these two tires, there's two tires right here. So both of these tires, they cannot be less than 232 tread depth. The pressure, it cannot be less than 100 psi. You're gonna check that with the high pressure gauge. Then I'm gonna check both of my tires from both sides. So make sure my tires have no bubbles, no cuts, and no leaks on the tires. Make sure they're both in good condition from both sides. And then you're gonna check in the middle of the tires in between. Make sure there's no debris, no bottles, no garbage, nothing stuck in between the tires. Should be always clean in between these tires. After that, you come in the front. There should be no space in between the tire and the rim. And then you check the rim itself. Make sure my rim is not cracked, not bent. It has no legal welds, no extra holes on the rim. Then I'm gonna check all my lug nuts around it. Make sure my lug nuts are properly secured, tight, and missing. Make sure you don't see rust in the lug nuts. If you see rust, they could be loose, so you have to double check to make sure they're not loose. This is my hub seal. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, not leaking any oil, and it has to be always full, okay? Not missing out two bolts around it. Make sure they're properly secure. And then I'm gonna check my air valve right here. Make sure it's not cracked or it's not leaking any air. And they should have a cap on so it doesn't leak any air. It should be properly secure. After that, I'm gonna go behind the second tire. So behind this second tire here, I have another brake drum and brake shoes. First I'm gonna check the drum. So make sure my drum, it cannot have any cracks, no legal welds. Make sure it has no oil, no grease inside of it. It should be always clean. And then inside the drum, you have brake shoes. So make sure the brake shoes, they cannot be less than 1/4 of an inch thickness. And they cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal welds, and no oil, no grease, okay? Should be always clean so they can work properly. After that, I'm gonna go down here, over here, down here. I have a brake chamber, so make sure my brake chamber is properly secure with the clamp. You see these bolts? So make sure my brake chamber bolts are properly secure, not missing nuts or bolts. And then I'm gonna check the brake chamber itself. Make sure it's not cracked, no legal welds, it's not leaking any air, should be properly secure. And then I'm gonna check the brake chamber hose right here. So make sure my brake chamber hose, it has no bubbles, no cuts, and no leaks on it. Should be properly secure. And behind the chamber, I have a slack adjuster and a push rod. So first I'm gonna check my slack adjuster. My slack adjuster has to be always at a 90-degree angle, and it cannot be cracked, no bent, secure with the pin. And also you have a push rod. The push rod, it cannot be more than 1 inch of free play. Also not cracked, no bent, no legal welds, secure with the pin, okay? That's it for the air brakes. After that, I'm gonna go to the suspension right here. So right here, I have my leaf spring hanger. The difference between this one is that this leaf spring hanger on the trailer, this one is weathered to the frame, you see? It has no bolts. So make sure it's properly weathered to the frame, and it cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal welds. Should be properly secure in good condition, not missing bolts right here. And then I'm gonna check my leaf springs in the middle right here. So make sure my leaf springs, they cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal welds. Make sure they're not shifted. And in the middle right there, you have a spacer with 2 U-bolts. So make sure both of my U-bolts are properly secure on the axle, and on the bottom they have bolts. You see the bolts, so make sure they're not missing any bolts. They should be properly secured to the axle. And then I'm gonna check my so then you're gonna tell the instructor that this truck has no airbags and no shocks in the back. Instead I have 3 bars extra, which is my sway bar in the middle. This is my sway bar. On this side over here underneath this bar, this is my torque bar. And the one on the other side over there, you have your torque bar adjuster. You can adjust it if you want. So make sure they're not cracked, no bent, no legal welds, not missing nuts or bolts, okay? They should be properly secure all the time. And then I'm gonna get out, check the back one. So this little light right here in the corner, this light, the red one, this is another marker light. This is the red one, okay? Make sure the covers, they're not cracked or missing. They should be working properly secure, okay? All the time. Then I'm gonna check the lights in the back, the tractor lights, all these lights. So make sure my lights are working properly secure. Make sure the covers, they're not cracked or missing. And the back ones, they should be red in color, okay? Properly secure. Then I'm gonna check my mud flap, both of them. So make sure both of my mud flaps are properly secure. Not missing any nuts or bolts. Check the mud flap for any cuts or tears. And they should be between 4 and 6 inches off the ground, properly secure. You can check the DOT stickers if you want to. Clean, visible, properly secure. And then I'm gonna check my DOT bumper right here, the bumper. Make sure my DOT bumper is not cracked, no bent, no legal welds. Make sure it's properly secure to the frame of the trailer. And then right here, this is my pencil hook. So make sure my pencil hook is always locked and secure. Not missing any bolts right here. They're properly secure. Always in the lock position, secure, okay? This is my chain hook. It cannot be cracked, no bent, no legal welds. Properly secure. And then these two right here, this one and this right here, these are glad hands. So make sure both of my glad hands are properly secure, not cracked. They should be always locked so they don't leak any air. They should be properly secure. This is my pigtail for the lights. They should be properly secure, not missing bolts or screws. Secure with the cap, properly secure. And then I'm gonna check my license plate over here. Make sure it's always up to date, clean, visible, properly secure, okay? Clean and visible. And that's it for Section C.